Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara, and I have this new video for you because I'm so excited to share this boing moment that I had. I was outlining my new book, The Confident Animal Communicator, and I realized that how I write a book is how I do animal communication, which reminded me that how you do anything is how you do everything. And then I realized that's super helpful for aspiring animal communicators or people who feel stuck, like they're not making progress. Understanding that big picture is super, super helpful. So in this video, I'm going to explain the how you do anything is how you do everything principle, give you a few questions to ask yourself so you can understand how you work a little better and help you evaluate and adjust your approach to animal communication based on your strengths, like who you are, how you do it anyways. Let's maximize that, right? So if you are new to me or my channel, I'm Dr. Cara Gubbins. I'm a professional animal communicator, and I am the founder of the Animal Communicator Academy. And my mission is to help all animal lovers become confident animal communicators so they can help their pets, maybe become professionals, or add animal communication to their current profession. And my vision is that we have animal communicators everywhere. They're already all around the world, but let's get them even more everywhere, locally everywhere, every house, every veterinarian's office, every animal rescue center, animal shelter, all of those things. Let's get animal communicators everywhere. And if you support this mission, they'll let YouTube know by tapping the like button and subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so we can reach even more animal lovers and animal communicators. Okay, so here's the meat of this idea, this moment of aha that I had. There's a very kind of well-known psychological principle that how you do anything is how you do everything. And I was reminded writing my book, but if you're not writing a book right now, don't worry. We're going to use going to the grocery store as our anything. So let's look at how you go to the grocery store, and then we're going to apply it to how you go to animal communication. So think about this. How do you get ready to go to the grocery store? Do you make a list? Do you totally wing it every time? Do you go when you're hungry? Do you go every day? Do you go weekly? Do you go only when you need something? And it's like, those are the questions, right? Like, what's your basic approach to this? How do you approach it? And now that you probably hopefully have some insight into how you go to the grocery store. Like, I'll just say for me, I go as infrequently as possible. I go with a list. I add stuff kind of based on whim or mood or things I remember or something that triggers a thing in me, like, oh, I want that. Oh yeah, we're out of that and I didn't put it on the list or whatever. So I do kind of a combo of a structure and a free form. And that's kind of how I approach animal communication and writing. And I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. So let's look at then what insights you got from how you go to the grocery store and how you can apply this to how you approach animal communication. So how do you get ready for animal communication? Do you have a list of questions prepared? Do you wing it? Do you do it only when like the stars are aligned and it shows up spontaneously? Do you use animal communication only when you want to know something? Do you practice it every day? Do you practice it every week? Do you practice it only when you feel like you need to? Those are the kinds of things to think about and use those to understand and stop making yourself wrong for not doing it a different way, right? Like, so this is kind of how you do things. This is how you go to the grocery store. This is probably how you pay your taxes. I don't know, like how we do anything is how we do everything. So think about just like, what's your basic approach? So I want to show you a little bit more detail, and I'm going to share my screen to do that. And give me just a second here. So using my writing process, I'm going to explain how I have a structure, but I also have freedom. So here's a picture of my table where I was outlining my book not very long ago. I want to point out a couple of things here. Down here in the bottom corner, here's my one-page outline. That's where I start. And then I bring it up into this two-page outline. So here's part of it. Here's part of that two-page outline. I have a revised outline over here. I have these more detailed in progress summaries of my my chapters. This is a Common Blocks to Animal Communication chapter that I've outlined. Here's the 3 phases of learning animal communication outlined. What are the challenges people face? How do you overcome them? What happens during this phase? That's all a detailed outline. So I start with the real basics and I build from there. So my starting point is that one-page outline. And then I go to my 2-page outline, then my 3-page outline, and then I go into the specifics. So that's I just wanted to share that photo so you could see like there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's structure, there's evaluation, there's updating, there's moving things around. You can see I've got like notes and arrows and all kinds of stuff going on here. And so I want to just say that like there's a method to my madness, right? It's the same approach that I use towards animal communication. So let me explain that a little bit too. So after I do my my first outline, my second outline, my third outline for our book, then I start writing and I go into detail. So I kind of use this flow chart for how to write a book. With animal communication, I do something very, very similar. I have a general structure for every animal communication session that I approach, that I do. So I have a clear beginning, I have a middle, and I have an end. Each one does something different for me. Each has its own purpose. So in the beginning, I'm establishing rapport. I'm getting some big picture understanding, like that one-page outline, right? I have my 5 basic questions that I ask about physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic well-being, just so we cover all our bases, making sure we got the big picture there. And then the final part of my session is outlining solutions and options for my client, making sure everyone's on the same page, everybody's satisfied with the conversation. And then we declare the session complete and we say goodbye. So all of those structures are in place. I know where I'm going. I know where I am. I know where I'm going. So just like drafting those outlines for my book. And then the middle section is where there's just a lot of flexibility and freedom. And when I'm with a client during an animal communication session, the middle section is where I go deeper into any of those 5 areas that need more attention, and I get the detailed solution. So that would be like the detailed outline to each chapter of my book or something like that, right? Like, so I'm really using the same approach to writing a book and to how I do animal communication. So I wanted to share a really specific example that way so you could see how you could apply it to your world. Going to the grocery store is kind of a classic activity. We all do it. The details, don't get bogged down in the details, but the bigger picture things, like, do I plan it? Do I make a list? Do I go every Monday, no matter what? Do I go, anytime during the week, or do I only go on weekends? Or, How do you approach that? Those bigger picture kinds of questions are going to help you understand how you approach animal communication. And they're going to let you know if you need any adjustment, if this is working for you or not. So as you ask yourself these questions about how you do the grocery store and then how you do animal communication, just notice, is there anything that you want to change? Is there any place that you want to update your system? You are in charge. You can do this how you want to do this. I think it's really empowering to know how we're just kind of hardwired, how we're just kind of made, because people approach everything so differently. Other animal communicators might not have any structure. I don't know. But for me, I find it helpful to know that this is what I'm doing here, and this is what I'm doing here, and this is what I'm doing here. Each part has a purpose and a flow and a structure, and I have flexibility within that. That to me is my happy place, a combo of structure and flexibility. And I check in with my clients a lot. So that just kind of happens. Oh, it's exciting here. Hold on. Oops. That was an exciting moment at our house when somebody knocked at the door trying to sell us solar panels. So sorry about that. But I'm back and we're wrapping up. And I just want to say, the more you know about yourself, the more power you have, the more you're in charge, and the more progress you're going to make. So I really hope that just this little perspective helps you look at yourself from a different angle, understand things a little bit differently, and that empowers you to move forward with more intention, more understanding, more purpose as you do it. So I would love to hear from you. Of course, what did you learn or relearn about yourself? What insights do you have about how you do animal communication? And is there anything that you found that you want to change or update? Just let me know in the comments. I'll be super curious to hear from you. And of course, was this helpful for you? If so, just please, do all the things like subscribe, share, and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. And is there an animal communication topic that you would like me to address? Please just let me know in the comments and ask your question, and I will make a video in the future. And of course, if you would like to join me in the Animal Communicator Academy and let me be your mentor to help you become a confident animal communicator, just hop on over to caragubbins.com. There's a link below. Oh my gosh, what a day. And I will hopefully see you there. The world needs you. The world needs animal communicators. And I invite you to join us as a confident animal communicator, making the world a better place by connecting with animals and people. Have a great day.